is Alan Shea, and we want to thank you so much for joining us for tonight's show at the Rose here in Pasadena. And we have an incredible show planned for you. But most of all, we have a special. We have two incredible young ladies who happen to be twins. So we want you to stay with us so you can hear their story.
Every time I move, I lose will look at me. Every time I turn around, I'm back in love again. Yeah, back in love again. I'm back in love. Back in love. I'm back in love again. Back in love again. Back in love again. This next song that we're gonna do for you is one of our very own. Never wait too long for you. So we like you all. Just play side to side. When I wake up in the morning, so refreshing to see your face. You make me really happy. You get me excited each and every day.
Wow. I am so glad that you ladies gave me a call yesterday so I can come and join the party tonight. So why don't you share with the viewers? I'm going to start with you. Give them your name, give them a little bit of your journey, because I want the viewers to really be a part of this journey tonight and be a part of your journey of life. Because, you know, one of the things that this show try and make sure we do is cover the performers who come onto the stage here at the Rose, here in Pasadena, and also to share with young, aspiring performers really what the journey is all about. So that's why all of this is so important, that we capture the full story. So why don't you give them a little bit of a background, who you are, what inspired you, and then I'm gonna go back and forth between these two beautiful ladies here. So I'm gonna start with you, so give them your name.
I am Sonia, and one half of the Millen sisters. And we're from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. And we grew up on a lot of soul, a lot of gospel music, and it inspired us a great deal, especially the gospel and being in church and just kind of singing off the cuff and just belting out and just singing with soul and passion was taught to us from the church. So it's just influenced us so much. Our dad played the horn in church, and it was just so much fun, and it's like a really like a learning ground for us. And then we went on to do more performances like talent shows, nursing homes, any and everywhere that we could perform at. So it's just a passion of ours, and we just love it.
Why don't you share with the viewers then, when did you discover that you had a talent? I mean, at certain ages, you know, if we go back and watch the Michael Jackson story, you know, he kind of identified his at 5, and that was due to him competing with his brothers for attention. So what about the two of you?
I would say probably around 5 or 6 as well. I vividly remember singing in our very old church before it was remodeled, singing on like a Tuesday night program, and being like just very young, like 5 years old. And then probably around 7 or 8 when we started to take voice lessons at that time.
And did you know that you had a sense of the ability to sing, or were you always just kind of like, okay, we want to sing?
No, I always knew that I wanted to sing. It's just been a passion. It's something in my heart, and I just feel like it's something that I have to do almost. Like that's my way of contributing to making the world a better place.
Wow.
Come on! It's Friday night! You guys wanna have some fun with us? How many of you remember this song? Woo! Stepping out the weekend's open wide.
So I'm going to jump over here to the other twin because I just love being surrounded with beautiful ladies. So why don't you share with the viewers once that journey of identifying that you were interested, you and your sister, what was the big turning point that you could recall?
When my sister and I performed at the Apollo Theater. So we had to practice really hard for it. We actually went through so many competitions in order to actually get to the Apollo. So it was very grueling. It was very exciting, but it was so quick. It was like an out-of-body experience, but it was a great experience.
Wow. So why don't you give the viewers a little bit more detail, because that's a surprise. We didn't know that you auditioned and performed.
Yes.
And what was that result, and what was the end result, I should say, once you performed, and how long ago was it?
I don't want to say how long ago,
Okay.
but it was a great experience. Unfortunately, we did not win, but we're still here, performing and doing what we love to do.
Come on, you guys put your hands together. Woo! Grab the one with a smile on your face and hit the floor. Let's stay right on the pace. The heat is on and the funk just won't leave us alone.
And so were you able to see the competition? Was there politics? Was it a real platform that really added value to what you would be able to achieve for yourself?
It was a great platform. Actually, in order to do the Saturday Night Live, the show where it aired on Saturday night, you had to win the Wednesday night, which we actually performed at. But unfortunately, like I said, we didn't win. But it was a great experience. It was lots of performers, the first time in New York. And like I said, it was grueling performing and getting prepared for that big stage.
Can you still hear us out there? Come on!
And so what would you encourage young aspiring artists to prepare for, and to truly understand about the journey of being in entertainment?
Keep doing what you love to do. Don't let anyone or anything stop you. Make sure you have very positive people around you, and stick to your guns and do your thing.
To the morning light.
Well, I'm going to jump back over to your other sister because I want you to really kind of share with the viewers what was probably the most moving experience you've had so far as an artist, and what was the most challenging that was really something you had to really overcome to really get back on track?
I would say some of the biggest challenges is the type of music that we do. We're young, but we love very old school music. 60s and 70s definitely have been a really great inspiration in our lives. And to be young, to sing that kind of music, a lot of times in industry, they say, no, you can't do that. It's not in right now. You have to do what most of the performers are doing now. It's not mainstream enough, or you have to wear less clothes and things like that. It's not our thing. So, and that's why we encourage people, young people, to just stick to your guns. I mean, it sounds cliche, but it really is a big thing. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to. Your life doesn't depend on it. I would be happier if I wasn't super, super famous doing exactly what I love to do and I didn't compromise my integrity than to go to bed at night knowing that I did something that I will regret for the rest of my life.
What was the most moving experience you've had so far as a aspiring performer and artist, and are you a triple threat?
I would say that we're a triple threat. We can, we sing, we can move, we act and model as well, and write our own songs, and we can cook too.
Are you a quadruple? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I would say one of the most moving points musically would probably be when we moved out to LA, starting to perform out here. Because, in Jersey, sometimes it can be very small community of people, whereas LA, once you get into it, it's small, but when you come here for the first time, it's like, whoa, it's a really big experience. So we performed at the Clippers game when, our first year we were here. And that was a really big deal for us because we were so young, and performing in front of thousands of people was a really big deal for us at the time. And we loved basketball, so we had a really great time.
Put your hands together, come together, let's do better forever. We all need one another. Put your hands together, come together, let's do better forever. Don't hide the pride in yourself, let your heart guide you to happiness. Seasons and change, so can you. No doubt you can do it. Ain't nothing else to it. Keep on.
So why don't you share with the viewers how they can get in contact with you, how they can follow you, and how they can really be a part of your music growth? Because I'm sure after they see your show tonight, they're going to run out and tell everybody, but they're going to need to know how to get a hold of you.
Well, you can reach us at the Millen Sisters on Instagram, the Millen Sisters on Facebook, Millen Sisters on Twitter, and you can just Google search the Millen Sisters. You'll see photos or hear music of us.
Okay.
Let the gravity hold us in. I'm your friend, no need to fear. You are the sunshine, even on cloudy days. The stars above give us hope from Mars. We have the belief we can do this. We all need one another. Put your hands together, come together, let's do better forever.
So what would you ladies like to share with your viewers in closing?
Yes, I would say that it takes a lot of work and a lot of sacrificing. You may have to sacrifice some friends, going out, your money, even your job. Sometimes you have to take off work and things like that, and you have to be understandable about that. And your time, your family, and just know that if you want to do it, you have to put your all into it. You can't put half into it. And you have to learn your craft. If you want to be a singer, research your favorite ones, or research people that inspire you in a different way. Just so you can get different angles and perspectives of how an artist is. Just like really just research and just learn and take the time out to do that.
For providing this outfit tonight.
Thank you. I'm feeling fabulous.
We're feeling fabulous.
And to Lance and Zach here at the Rose, thank you for presenting us with this opportunity to stand on the stage and present to all of you. And to all of you, thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you.
Give yourselves a hand. Sabrina, when you told me about Dennis Edwards of the Temptations, it put something in my heart. We grew up listening to the Temptations.
Yes, we actually met Dennis at the buffet in Vegas.
We did. He was so cool.
He was amazing.
That's great. And what about with you? Especially as a big sister, right?
2 minutes older.
Okay.
Yes, stick to your guns, and we've been doing this forever, since the beginning. So we haven't stopped. We continue to do it. Continue to perfect our craft. Always rehearsing. Always learning new songs. Writing new songs. So whatever you do, just keep at it. Keep perfecting it.
Say just have fun. Anything that you want to do. If you want to be a poet, if you want to be a writer, if you want to own your own janitor business, just have fun doing whatever you want to do, and whatever makes you happy, go for it.
And before I let you go, viewers, I got one more personal question I have for these young ladies, just to get a sense because of where they are in their lifetime right now. One, who influenced you most? And secondly, who has been the biggest artist that you've either opened up for, or performed with, I should say?
Okay, I can take that last question
Okay.
first.
Okay.
The Spinners, we just recently opened up for the Spinners, which was very exciting. We had 3-4 months of rehearsals to open up for them for a half-hour set at the Canyon in Santa Cruz, so it was very fun. And who influenced us? The church influenced us. Miss Aretha Franklin, of course. I love Janet Jackson. From Curtis Mayfield to Isaac Hayes, the OJs, the Temps, everything Motown, everything Stax label. Even some unheard singers that many people haven't heard of, like Tommy Young, Ann Sexton. So many have influenced us.
About with you?
Oh God, there's a list of people. Like she said, Curtis Mayfield, Isaac Hayes, so much soul music from the 60s to 70s. Even like groups, lesser known groups like Ecstasy, Passion and Pain. Black Ivory. I love like Elton John's, things. So much has influenced us. Like all the female singers, Gladys Knight, Aretha, Natalie, of course those big wigs go without even really saying, but yeah, so much.
And who would be the biggest artist that you perform with or that you were surprised by?
Well, actually, it will be the Temptations in April. We'll be opening up for 2 dates for them. We absolutely love the Temptations, and they have influenced us so much. The whole Motown thing. Our dad would play the Christmas CD in July. Like he was just actually playing it not too long ago because it's just so good. So I would say that's coming up the future. I'm looking towards the future.
That is something that I encourage young people to do, is to really understand their history, because without knowing your history, what's the likelihood of your future?
You're right on, brother.
Yeah, your future is going to be challenged because you're going to come across people who are going to want not only your talent but your intellect. And by you demonstrating the intellect as the two of you have done, what do you think that's done with your values?
I think it's done us a great deal. I mean, we're always learning, we're always evolving and wanting to learn. And, we're kind of like those people, like we're never too good for anybody or anything. So, life is its greatest teacher. So you'll always be learning something every day.
Anybody want to come up and sing with us? Anybody? You ready? I know you know this song. You can sing with us. Come on. Come on. One person. Come on. Oh, we can sing. Come on. We can sing. People of the world, we sing. Join hands. People of the world. People of the world. That's all right. Come on. Join hands. Everybody, what would you name?
And I'm going to try and close on that one. And the reason why I'm going to try is because she just touched upon something that was actually very touching when we first met. Because I met you about, almost a year ago when you first performed here, correct?
Yes.
Right. And when I saw them, I just caught the tail end of their last song, and they were running off the stage, and I caught them backstage. And I was so moved by two beautiful, intelligent young ladies that I told them, when you come back to the Rose, call me and I will drop everything that I'm doing to come and make sure I interview you, because of the first impression that you left with me. And it was very, very powerful. And I just want to share that with you viewers, that these young ladies left an indelible impression that could be moved forward to open up any doors, and certainly to set a standards for you young artists and performers to believe and to have respect and to have a sense of purpose about your particular endeavor in life. So we're glad you stayed with us tonight, and enjoy the show tonight and look forward for an exciting evening. So thank you, ladies. Thank you, and thank you, viewers.
Put your back.
Hey, I'm Sonia, and she's Sabrina, and we're the Millen sisters. So we're from Jersey, South Jersey, so we're Eagles fans, not Giants or Jets. And we've been performing all of our life. I mean, music is our passion, and it's something that we feel that, we need to do, and we do it because we love it, and we feel that there's a need for a lot more love and soul and peace in the world, and we feel that we can give that through music. That's the best way we can give it. And Sabrina is the old twin. Yeah, she's much, much, much older than me. I'm the younger twin. She wants to dispute that because all of our lives it's been said that she is the younger twin, but she's not. Her birth records say that she's older, so we're going with that. We're sticking with that for the rest of our lives. Tonight, we're doing an opening for an Aretha Franklin tribute, and we're super excited. Aretha has been an absolute inspiration to us. She has so much grace and soul and power, and we need more of that in music today. So we're happy that there's a venue such as this one here in Pasadena, the Rose, that will allow performers to come and just to do their thing and to pour their heart out and soul out and just do their thing authentically. And that's why it's called Where Music Meets the Soul, because it's so right.
Hi, I'm Sabrina, and I'm one half of the Millen sisters, and I love being a twin. I love singing. I love performing for people and making people happy. And I'm here at the Rose tonight in Pasadena, opening up for the Aretha Franklin tribute, who I admire and adore. And I can't wait to perform. It's almost showtime, and I have this big hair on, I have my makeup, I just need my outfit on, and I'm ready to go. Where music meets the soul. We're at the Rose in Pasadena.